huge night last night. Some surprises. That blue wave was certainly a surprise, but it is a tight result that greets us this morning, isn't it, Mark?
It sure is. And Winston Peters, he's not quite in the reckoning yet, but I reckon he will be.
Because National Enact can only get to those 61 seats, and that is the slimmest of slim majorities, isn't it, Dita?
Yes, that's right. I mean, I think it was basically an expected result, despite the polls that told us all sorts of other things. We got what we sort of voted for, but yes, Winston Peters, you can never rule him out, as we've said many times.
What stood out to you?
I'm thinking one thing still you can't rule out is Te Pāti Māori took 4 seats last night. You know, if you were to listen to Whakaata Māori's poll back in the day, you should have thrown those out because none of them predicted Te Tai Tonga with Taku Te Wheris, and then Te Tai Hauauru with Deb, she took it, and then Hana Rāwhiti Maipi Clark took Hauraki and knocked off Nanaia Mahuta, and then of course Rawiri. But there's 2 seats there that are very close, and on the specials we should see what happens, because that may create an overhang of 2 or 3 seats.
Yeah, absolutely, and in which case the 61 seats is no longer enough, is it, Mark? And so no. Christopher Luxon will be picking up the phone.
Yes, because you've also got the prospect of someone flipping out. Politicians, they can't hold it together for 3 years. They can't.
We've seen that, haven't we? Yeah.
And someone goes down, and then what do? So I think Luxon will definitely be talking to Winston. The interesting thing is, I think we saw last night Winston taking a conciliatory line. I don't think he's going to be the big tough guy that he was last time round. But he's Winston, so I might be wrong.
He's never a tough guy, is he? I mean, when he gets into power, he takes the baubles of power and he kind of behind the scenes might scupper a few little things. But basically, he just wants to be there. He's a cynical retail politician and he's identified his niche and he's got it, and he will just quietly do whatever it takes.
Oh, I think you're being a bit hard on the cynical. I think he does. This is his legacy now. So he'll want...
He's got a poisonous legacy, in my view.
He was already talking about 2026, wasn't he, last night, Mihi?
Yeah, except I think what you've got to remember is he's also got number 2, Shane Jones, who's not going to want to sit on the opposition benches. He's going to want something, a portfolio. This is a man who's been the Minister of Forestry, the Minister of Region. He had $3 billion to hand out to the regions. They've talked about that again. They've got Jenny Marcroft, who'll be like looking, for the broadcasting portfolio. So it's going to be a real tough negotiation. I heard Ron Mark this morning on RNZ talking them up big time. So it's all about to start, and we're just going to be in for the ride.
We're in